Okay, good morning everyone. Thank you for coming back to join me. I don't know about being entirely bonkers, but I do feel like I've gone down a great big rabbit hole. Um, Gosh, where am I at with my Alice journals? Firstly, I've been asked what books I'm using. My favourite illustrator for Alice in Wonderland is Mervyn Peake. So these are a couple of books that I got at my charity shop. I've had them a long time, but they are available. So the illustrator for these beautiful illustrations is Mervyn Peake. So if you did want to get an Alice book with these illustrations in, that's what you're looking for. It doesn't have to be these. Is illustrated in, there's lots of publications. Just put them on the floor out the way. I am doing two journals. I'm doing this one with you, but I'm also doing a tall, thin one, and I haven't really done an awful lot on it. I've got ideas of what I want to do in this one. So I've made a start by I've put a flip on the front. So I've done a lot on that one, but I'm focusing more on the other one. But I've got that as a little pocket there, and I've put fabric tabs on this one. So I've got some ideas of what I want to do, but I find it really difficult to flip between one and another journal because my brain just doesn't work that way. So this is one that I'm going to do, I was going to say offline, on my own, without you. But you can pop in and see what I'm up to. And I've changed the fabric to this one. So that's going away for a minute. And I watched Amy's video, her second Entirely Bonkers video, where she was using book pages and scrap papers and dyeing it with inks. And I had done exactly the same thing. Now, Amy and I are very different, but we kind of think the same. We could have been separated at birth, I sometimes think. So I've kind of tea stained. I've colour stained some pages, and I don't know if I'm going to use them. I want my journal to look different to Amy's, and it will, because my papers are obviously different. So I've got an idea what I want to do, but I couldn't believe it when she did it. I thought I should have known. I should have known, because we're both very similar. So where am I with my Alice? I still like this for the fabric for the cover, so that's what I'm going to go with. I've got a couple of corner tucks that I'm probably going to use. If not in this one, they'll go in the tall one, so I've kind of got them there. We did this together, and I'm just going to make a little notepad to go in there. So I've made a start on that, but I will add into this papers that I don't use from the journal. So I'll put more papers in that as I get towards the end of the making this one. We did this flip last time, which I love. I still love it. I think it's great. I was really happy how it turned out. Tweedledee and Tweedledum got added to the page. They had to be added. And that's Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and that's an illustration by Mervyn Peake, as I said. And then on the back of that, I've just put a top hat of the Mad Hatter, and it has got the little poem there. Tweedledee and Tweedledum agreed to have a battle, for Tweedledum said Tweedledee has spoilt his nice new rattle. So I put that poem on there, and that is a little pocket there. I'm not making any tags or anything yet. So we did that as well. We did that one. So those pages are all kind of filled up. This one, I want to put a pocket there. So it's cracking on. I'm doing okay. I've got ideas of what I want to do. Oh, and I didn't know if you knew, but a little piece of useless information for you. Lewis Carroll, that wrote Alice in Wonderland, his actual name was Charles Dodgson, not Lewis Carroll. So he wrote under a pseudonym of Lewis Carroll, but his actual name is Charles Dodgson. And he did write other books as well, and I think he was a bit of a mathematician. Anyway, a little bit of useless information for you. I want to do a couple of, well, in each journal, I want to do a brains switched off, folks. I would like to do a paper clip dangle where you add lace and things. So I've ripped that fabric, ready to do that. So that's what I'm thinking. Anyhow, when I watched Amy's first video, she used her mad hair Hatter, I'd already got an idea of what I wanted to do. And I've debated whether not to do it, but I'm still going to because it's different to Amy's. But what I have done, I've got all little bits clipped out and cut. What I've done is, and I can't remember who I watched on Instagram doing this. I want to say that it was, I think it's Shanuki Art, because I like to give credit where I can. If I've done something similar to somebody, I like to kind of say who it's from. So I think it was Shanuki Art. Not 100% sure, but I think that's who it was from. So she had playing cards. These are just ordinary playing cards, and she cut a hole, a square in the middle, and then she put an image behind it, and she added lace and things like that. And I really liked that idea. And I've got a few cards that I've taken the middle out. Oh, and she covered them in dressmaking fabric, dressmaking tissue paper. So I've done that and I've folded it on the back. And what I wanted to do was use a couple of them. So I've got those, not necessarily to use in this. I'll use a couple in the tall one as well. But what did I think? What I thought was, I definitely want to use one of them to decorate a pocket. I don't want it to be a pocket itself because I think it would be too, how I want to use it. Sorry, I'm thinking as I'm doing it. I have to say, who knew Amy had a digital called Spilling Tea? So of course I've downloaded that and printed that out. So I've got lots of yummy goodness going on there on those kits. It is one of her older kits. And I'm just thinking it might be nice to make it out of a pocket. I love that trim on. So I could actually do that, couldn't I? I was looking at whether to use this. This is her abstract papers, because I quite liked that as well. So this is where Amy's just doodled and done. I don't know now. Shall I show you what my idea was? So I've taken the middle out there. I've covered it in tissue paper, and I've shrunk down the kit pages. I've printed 9 to a page, so it's printed them out little, because what I wanted to do was put one of those images behind it. So this is the caterpillar. So I wanted to put that behind it, and then I wanted to use the mushrooms that come with the kit to decorate it as a pocket. Decoration as a pocket. So I suppose I could have it as a tuck going in that way, and it also be a pocket. I could do that, couldn't I? That's what I was thinking of doing. Can you believe I've lost my little... Oh, I haven't lost my little mushroom. It's here. So doing like a mushroom cluster. Or I could use this one. It's quite nice with that on it, isn't it, in the lace? Oh, decisions. I quite like this. So let's see how that goes, shall we? Would be useful if I knew how big a pocket I want to make. I don't know where it would go. Oh, the other thing that I've done is I've covered, if you remember that I had a double window envelope. Somebody asked me where I got these from. They actually came in the post. So I've done a double envelope there. And on the back of it, I've just covered it. We'll go through what I've done with that on another video. I didn't do it on screen with you because oh God, was I faffing with that. Really faffing with it. Oh, I need to measure the page, don't I? And my scissors have turned up. So I want the page to be no more really than 4 3/4 maximum. So it would be a big page. It would be a big page. So let me just make sure I don't cut those out the way. So I'm going to go 5 1/4. These papers are beautiful, Amy. And I'm just thinking, it wouldn't matter which way up I made that, would it? Oh, it would, because then that doesn't fit. So it would need to go, that way. So let's fold this to be a pocket, and then I can see where it would need to be. I want that green to be at the top of the pocket. So I'm going to make that fold first. So I hope you're all doing okay. I don't know how many videos I'll do on this Alice journal. I'll do as many as I can. Obviously, I will. I think Amy's doing a lot more than me, but doesn't matter, does it? It's not competition. And I will do some things off screen with you as well. Turn that round, won't I? So I said I want it to be no more than 4 3/4. So I'm going to go 1/8 less than 4 3/4. I thought one of you'd run off with my journal then. So how would that be? I just want to try it for size. Oh, this is one of the papers that when I saw Amy's video, I thought, gosh, aren't we doing the same? So I'd done that with a yellow, I think it's an olive paper ink, and then stenciled over it and then stamped it. And I thought it might make a nice side pocket there, because I thought it looked nice next to those papers. So that's why that's just there. That's kind of what I do. So where's my crease? There. So actually that's a nice size pocket. That would be good. And then it needs to be, I want to see those. So I think I'm going to fold it along that bottom lace line. It's all a bit trial and error, this, you know, folks. Just make sure, I don't want to lose that green. So if that goes there like that, I can do the bottom mark there. Okay, so that's going to be my pocket size. So that's what I'm working on. Okay. A few of you have said that you're also doing Alice journals, not necessarily using Amy's kit. Oh, and I've had a couple of questions. Just one moment. I think Amy gets this question as well about what paper she uses. I'm in the UK, and for my kit pages, for my journal pages that I print the kits on, kit images, digitals, I like to use Navigator paper, and this is the presentation paper, and it says ultra smooth for the best printing quality, and it's okay for laser and inkjet. I've got inkjet, and it's 120 GSM, and that's what I've used to print this on, and I get really bright, vibrant prints with it. Yeah, so that's what I use. It's available. You can order it online at Amazon, but I think Amazon's quite expensive. Here in the UK, I can get it when it's in stock. I can get it in Asda, and I can get it in, I understand Tesco's sell it, and Wilko. Wilko is the place that I found it cheapest. So in case anybody is interested, that's the paper that I use all the time. It's about £3.99, £4, £4.50 a pack. How many papers do you get? I think there's 500 in it. But that's what I use, and I've never been sorry that I used it. I think what I'm going to do is stick this behind it so that that is on there. I do. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to stick that on there. I will try and do more videos. I'm trying to keep them under 40 minutes because my camera, I only use my phone. There we go. Stick that down. I only use my phone, and sometimes it decides to flip the film that I've made. I do it landscape. I flip it to landscape, which is something like 16.9. I've no idea what that means. But sometimes it changes its mind without me knowing and does it portrait, which means I get a very tall, thin video, or it goes sideways, which is absolutely no good whatsoever. And I find it so frustrating. I can't tell you. So that could be a tuck spot there, couldn't it? It could indeed. As long as I've still got room to put my little mushrooms on. So what I wanted to do was, I've got the butterfly, because obviously the butterfly is what he turns into. So he turns into that butterfly. So I thought it might be nice to use that. So the mushrooms that I wanted to use, I have lost a mushroom. I've lost the little one like that. Oh no, I haven't. It got kicked out. So what my thought was that I would put these on here, like so. Might be too much with the butterfly. I might not put the butterfly on, but I liked the mushrooms. I like that. And I might have a little quote. I've got some quotes from my porch prints. So I don't know, I might have a look at those. There's caterpillar there. So I might put something on there. Is that enough mushrooms? I don't think I want to use more because I don't want to crowd it out. So I think that's what I'm going to do, folks. I quite like that. It's quite simple. Thinking. Okay, give me 1 minute. Okay, all that I've done is I've just reinforced this a little bit because it's only printed on copy paper. So I've just glued another piece on it just to make it that bit more stable. So I think I want to put my little caterpillar on there. I've got the word caterpillar, but I don't know that I want to use it or not. I've also got some of Amy's numbers. So I didn't know whether to add those. They were her bingo numbers. I think it just adds a little bit of something. What do you think? There was a tall, there was a skinny. I've lost my other. These mushrooms, I'm not kidding you. I think they're too similar. So I think I'm only going to use these 2 mushrooms on there. I don't think I want to fussy it up. I don't. So I'm going to cut a little notch in there using my old trusty. Say that like I've had it for years, don't I? Ping. Thought I'd done it the wrong side then. So I am going to stitch that round on there because if it's going to be a pocket, it's quite chunky. So I think I do want to stitch that around. Actually, I think it might be all right. I only want to put like a little card in there. I'm not going to put anything big in it. I am faffing, aren't I? So if that was to go there, I could lift it out the way and glue it on. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there. Trying to get it a bit straight. That mushroom's going to go there. So I am going to just go and just stitch around this, and I'll be back. Oops, sorry. Okay, so all that I've done is stitch round there so that it is just a little pocket. Something will go in there. Schoolgirl error. I've stitched my flap down, but that's okay. I'll just add another flap on there. So that's going to be the pocket there. So I'm going to glue these on. I think I want that one to be on top of it. So I'm going to glue this one down. I just moved this one out the way while I stitched around that little playing card pocket. As you do. Can't see what I'm doing, but that's stuck down. So there we go, that's on there. And then I want to just stick that one on there. These mushrooms are from the kit, from Amy's Alice kit. Entirely Bonkers. Get it right, Carol. So I like that. I do like that as a pocket. And it's funny because I watch Amy and I think, oh, I wish I could do that. But then you can't always do what other people do because it's just not your style. It's just not the way that you do things. I'm thinking that's going to be a pocket there. Don't you think that just looks lovely against there? I do. So I think sometimes you just have to do you. Ooh, and I think that would look very nice there. There's a pocket there and a little pocket there. I'm going to put it this side because if I was to put it on that side, I wouldn't get anything in there, would I? It does look nice on the blue though. Could put it, oh, I think I like it there. I'm not going to commit myself to where I'm going to put these pockets and things at the moment. And I am on here. I have got one of Amy's. She sent me some of her fussy cut Glowforge cuts. So the Cheshire Cat there. I'm going to make a little something and put a Cheshire Cat there next to that Cheshire Cat. So that's going on there. But I'm thinking that might be a nice colourway there. So I just need a paper clip. Hang on, folks. I'm going to paper clip that there. Just to remind me that I quite liked it there. I don't know what you think. I'm sure you'll let me know. So that's that one. That's another pocket done. I've kept the middle bits from when I cut the squares out because I thought they might be quite nice to use. So I'm going to hang on to them. I am. And then I wanted to do another pocket to go in. And this is where Amy and I had similar ideas. I wanted to use my little Mad Hatter, Mad March hare. And I think I'm going to put him as a pocket, like so. Maybe on this page, I think he looks quite nice. And I'm going to do it very similar to how Amy did by putting him behind something, as in something being cellophane. Now, Amy put hers, she glued that on there and then she glued the hair to the cellophane. I want this to be a pocket, so I think what I'm going to do is glue the cellophane in and then I'm putting my hair in between the two cellophanes. So just two different ways of kind of doing the same thing. So I think what I need to do first is add the cellophane. And this is just packaging from a birthday card. My eldest son is 40 during Easter. Oh my good night. Where does the time go? Doesn't seem 2 minutes since he was a little, well, just a little boy. It makes me sad, really. But anyway, that's what happens. They grow up. So this is the same image that Amy did. She did a fabric pocket out of a Kleenex packet. What a fab idea. Loved it, Amy. So, you know, there's no reasons why we can't, I'm not going to say steal somebody's idea, but borrow the ideas and do something with it that makes it ours. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue there and a little bit of glue on the tip of that ear there. Because I'm just going to glue him in. Oh gosh, am I on screen? Sorry, folks. Yeah. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put lines of glue on the back of my Mad March hair. So that he is glued to that piece of perspex, plastic, cellophane, birthday card wrapper. Snip it off. I'm going to try and save those 2 pieces. Oh, he's cute. And then what I want to do is I'm going to back it so that it doesn't interfere when I want to put something in the pocket. And that's just me. I'm a little bit paranoid about things at times. So I'm going to put glue around this little frame that I just cut out. I'm going to put that on. I don't want to be able to see it from the front through the window. Amy has bingo cards that she got from Amazon. I did have a look at getting some when she used them. I think she sprays them and inks them. And I did have a look at getting some, but oh my gosh, the cost here in the UK. It was a little bit outside my budget, shall we say. I'm just going to stick that down. Oopsie. And I will stitch around this as well, I think. And because it's quite a hefty pocket, I will probably stitch it into the journal. So I'm thinking that's looking good. I do go back to my journal. He blends in there too much. I could want it on a pink page. He looks quite nice there, doesn't he? And you can see behind it as well, because I've left it, but you will see whatever goes in there. I quite liked it on that blue page, actually. It might go there because we've got the Mad March hair just there. But what I thought I might do is I've cut out... Oh my goodness. Well, we nearly had everything on the floor there. I've got these... I'd have been picking them bits up for ages, wouldn't I? I've got this is from Andrea's Alice kit, Andrea Allen. And I think I'm going to make a journal card with... these things on, teacups, that's what they'll be. But I'm thinking, and I might even put a butterfly on that page, I am thinking that I might decorate the bottom of this, just to make it a bit higher up, with some flowers, because he's obviously been picking flowers. So I could actually put these on, couldn't I? And I think that might look rather nice. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to stitch round 2 sides of there, 3 sides. I'm going to stitch 1, 2, 3, and I'll come back to you. I haven't glued that bit. Right, 1 minute. Okay, I had a thought, and I don't know if it was a good one or not, but I've had an extension. I've added an extension on that because I'm thinking I might want that to be a little bit of a higher pocket because I want something to attach the flowers onto, is what I'm kind of thinking. So, but I don't want it to be that tall. So I'm going to cut some of it off. So I think I'm going to make it a 5-inch tall pocket. Let's see where that takes us. Does anybody else change their minds when they're doing something? So my idea is that you won't actually see this because I'm going to put flowers on it. Let me find as many of the flowers as I can. Got little red ones. Got all sorts of flowers, look. These all come with the kit. And I'm just thinking it might look nice because he's actually holding them in his hands. He is holding the flowers. I might put something like that if you're gonna see. I don't want to see this bit of card is what I'm thinking. I think that's all that I want to use. Yep, okay. Okay, so flowers, bit of flower power. I do like that one. That's really rather nice, isn't it? So that could go there. That's a smaller one. Well, you thought you'd seen me faff before, folks, but you haven't seen me faff like this, I'm sure. So if that was to go, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to stick these numbers across the bottom so that if you do see any of that, I don't suppose it really matters, but I won't be so worried about covering it all then, will I? Here we go. And that will get stitched down because I think I will, as I said, I think I will stitch this pocket in. So I might have that one there, a nice yellow one, some pretty smaller ones, and those orange ones. Too big, too small. Oh, I like that one. I think I like that, something like that. You will see stitching on them when I've stitched it actually onto the page, but I don't mind that. I don't mind seeing stitching at all. So I'm going to put that one there like that, and I will go, when this is dried, I will be going round just to make sure that it's all nicely glued in, because it is going over this bit of stitching. Don't like that one now. That one there. can hear the wind whistling. Oh, I don't want to cover that flower up quite so much. Oh no. That's okay. That there, and I might put another yellow one over it, or we're seeing as we're painting the roses red. Oh, that red rose doesn't show up, does it? That one's too white. Too white, too yellow. Sticky fingers. I think I do like the yellow one. Let's go in there. Okay. Right, let me just get rid of all these bits and pieces before they stick to my fingers. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to get rid of all the little bits and pieces because it overwhelms me at times and I just can't see what I'm trying to do. So what I'm thinking is it might be nice. I've got a stamp, you know, one of those stamps that says tea, a hug in a cup. And I thought it might be nice to put that on there. What do we think? Put it behind that flower a little bit. And I might make a little hole in there so that I could put some thread or something through it. The only thing is my little hole punch is so little. That's not bad, it's got a little hole punch in. So that could go behind there and just stick out a little bit there. But that will get glued down, but I want something to hang out of that. Let me think what I've got. I've got a little bit of thin baker's twine. I thought it might look like a tea bag because the Mad Hatter is always, always making tea, isn't it? Oh, that's not going to go through, is it? Go on, you can do it. Come on, come on. That, like that. Oh, do you know, have you ever seen anybody struggle so much with a little bit of thread? Oh, I like that. Yes, I do. So that is going to glue there. Why have you glued it, Carol? You need to put glue on this first. Oh. I'm going to put glue on there. Glue, glue, glue. Tea in a cup. So he's going to stick on there with his tea in a cup at a bit of a jaunty angle. And then this is still sticky, but I'm just, because it's gluing onto something a bit stronger, I'm just going to add a bit more glue. So Amy, that was a fabulous idea, putting him behind the plastic. Oh, I really like that. So that will stick on there, and I might actually just stick it on there. Sorry, can you see me? And then it's next to the Mad Hatter page there. And then I'm going to do a journal card that's got these things on, teacups. So that's still a bit sticky, so I'm going to leave those teapots there because that's, then I know that's what I want to go on there. And I'm just going to let this dry. So I hope you liked that. When I come back next time, I want to make a waterfall page using this image of the Queen. So that's where I'm at. I hope you like it. I hope you come back next time. Please go and see what Amy's doing as well. And take care, folks. Bye.